So, I've had a lot of people ask me, how many shells can I reload? How long does it take me to reload a case of shells? What the heck? I'm just going to do a quick little video. This is what I got. It's a Hornady Pacific 366. This tube has the powder in it. This tube over here, it's got shot. This is the die set. Here's this little lever here, slides back and forth. That's what shuts off your powder. Over here, this little guy turns. That's what turns off your shot. This is the primer dropper. This little deal turns, drops the primers down this tube. They come down here. I got a piece of tape on there right now because I don't want to. Otherwise, it would just drop in primers every time I pull the handle, so I don't want that to happen. This is your powder drop. Powder drop tube here. Shot tubes on the other side over here. This one here pushes your wad down. You'll see when you pull the handle, this pops over. As it comes down, it pushes the wad into the shell. You'll see that function. This is the resizing die. It punches out the primer, drops into this little container there, catches it. This here basically just lines everything up, opens up the mouth of the case, and as we go around, this one here actually pushes the primer into the case. The primer drops into this hole, and as you rotate it, it rolls around and drops into there. And then from that point, you just once you get the shot rolling and the powder rolling and the primers going, it's a pretty quick deal. So let me fire this up, get it rolling, and let's see what we can do here. All right, first thing I like to do is I like to weigh my powder. I've set this up so it drops around 17 grains of 700X powder. It's not perfect, but it does pretty good. So let me set this scale up here. Set the tare weight. Okay, to 0. Turn the powder on. 16.8. 16.8. 16.8. 16.8. 16.8. Okay, so that's pretty consistent. I'll roll with that. It's dry, it's hot. The powder's obviously throwing light today, but I'll roll with it because it's very consistent. Okay, so start, I'm going to throw a shell here. I'm going to shut the powder off so I don't dump it all over the place every time I pull the handle. This first one, little pin, punches out the primer, drops in there. So from now on, what you do is you always keep a shell going in here, and this is your resizer, and we'll start going around. Okay, what I should have done was taken this off so the primer will drop out. There's one there. Alright, so we'll drop this right in here. Oh, crud. Alright, so now we got a primer in that. So now when I pull it down, this here will punch a primer into this shell. It'll drop a new primer here. This one will resize and punch the primer out. You can see where it dropped the new primer into this station. Now this will automatically rotate. Drops that primer in here, so when next time I pull a handle, it'll go in there. So we'll get this rolling, that rolling. Now we're going to drop some powder. So I'll open up my powder. Okay, so now this shell's got powder in it. This one in this station. So I want to put a wad here, leave the powder on, change this, put this here. Okay, so now we're pushing in a wad, dropping powder. This punched a primer in, this one dropped a primer, this one opened a case mount. Okay, we're going to, this stage we're going to turn on the shot. And I think that's our last stage. Okay, so we dropped shot, pushed in a wad, dropped powder, pushed in a primer. Another primer is dropped here that's going to drop into the primer station. This resized the case mouth. This resized the case. Okay, so now all we do is we just start going. Always got 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. This does a pretty nice job. Pretty nice job of crimping these. They come out really clean. These are a full 1 ounce load. This station here is the pre-crimp station. This station here is the crimp station. And there's a station here which kind of folds the very tip of the shell in, so if you're shooting like a semi-automatic, it'll slide right into the cylinder. So, let's do this. I'll make 10. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got an idea. Let's do this. Let's use the gold nitro. See how long it takes to get around and finished. There. Put this here. The thing I like about a progressive press is every time you pull a handle, another shell pops out. Whoa. Look at that funky wad, right out of the bag. Huh. Better keep an eye on those. Here's our gold one. Pretty quick. I don't know. Got a clock there. You can time it. It's pretty fast. I'll sit here and make like 2 cases of these up. I picked up a few gold nitro shells over the weekend. I swear to God, there's probably, there's got to be 800 of them in there. That's a bunch. This is typically what I reload, is the STSs. But I got a bunch of these. Once again, we're throwing, we got 16/8 to 17 grains of 700X, 1 ounce, 7.5 shot, and using STS cases. I'm using the Winchester primers, W209s. Those are a great primer. Goes pretty quick. So yeah, you know, great little machine. I'm going to run this machine dry now, so if you want to stick around and watch that, I'll do that real quick. Shut it down. Now that we don't need any more primers, I'm going to shut this off. This keeps the primers from dropping out. Put a primer, a wad in there for the next shell. Okay. The wad there. Okay. Now we don't need any more powder because this was the last shell. So I'm going to shut the powder off. Powder's off. Push a wad in there. Don't need any more wads. That's the last shell of the shot. We'll turn off the shot. Open the last one. There it is. That's it. Sweet little machine. Yeah, I really like these machines. If you got any questions or if I can help you out running one of these guys, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. I know these are not really super accurate for dropping powder, but I'm using a flake powder. I'm sure a ball powder would probably be a little more consistent. But anyway, there it is. If you got any questions, let me know. Thanks.